what we do. All right, guys, let's jump in the kitchen. Let's cook. First thing I want to talk to you about crab cakes. We're going to go over our ingredients, but number one is the crab meat. Now, I've bought jumbo lump crab meat. This is important. You want jumbo lump. They'll have back fin, special, and all this other stuff. Pass that by and get jumbo lump, okay? That's important. Now, what you're also going to need for your crab cakes, we've got an egg that's going to help bind it. We've got a little bit of breadcrumbs. We need some filler, but it will not be mostly filler. We've got some diced yellow onions, some minced garlic, some Old Bay, cayenne, chili powder, a little bit of parsley, and just a smidge of mayonnaise. I don't usually use a lot of mayonnaise in my crab cakes, but a lot of people do, so I wanted to kind of show you how you can have the option to use the crab cake, the mayonnaise in there if you want. All right, guys, crab cakes is really about how you like it, okay? So first thing first, I've got my crab meat here. I rinsed it off really good so it doesn't have that packaged smell, taste to it, you know what I'm talking about? Okay, good. Now, I don't break the meat apart yet because as we stir it, it's gonna break apart. So we're gonna start with adding some of this filler, and that's what these breadcrumbs are, is filler. Now, a lot of times you can go places and there's more filler than crab, and I don't like that, but you need a little bit. So we're gonna start with, this is not quite a tablespoon. My mother gets mad when I call this a tablespoon because she says it's not a tablespoon, but it sort of is. But we're gonna start with 2 of these tablespoon-ishes, okay? All right, and then what we're gonna add to that is an onion. And this is about a 1/4 cup of onion I'm adding in here, or just 1 small onion chopped up, okay? And you see how I'm, oh, it's already smelling like a crab cake, y'all. Now, we'll probably go back and add more filler, but this is just a starting point, okay? Now, this is our Old Bay seasoning. I'm gonna get a proper tablespoon. So in case Mama's watching this, hey Ma. I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of Old Bay in here, okay? And I'm gonna put, this is chili powder. I'm gonna put about a teaspoon of chili powder, a tablespoon of parsley, dried parsley in there, a smidge of cayenne, literally a smidge, okay? And you'll see I have more spices in my containers than I'm putting in here because it's to taste, okay? So I want you to see about how much I use, but use what you want to. Here we've got minced garlic. I'm gonna put about a tablespoon, good tablespoon of minced garlic in there. That's the equivalent of 1 to 2 cloves of garlic, okay? Now I'm gonna stir this up. See how this is coming together? And you see the meat will start to break up on its own. That's why we didn't have to break it up ahead of time. Now I'm gonna put a little moisture in here. I'm gonna use some Worcestershire sauce, okay? Worcestershire sauce, I'm only using a tablespoon because it's actually very strong and powerful, and a little goes a long way when it comes to Worcestershire, okay? And we're gonna add, of course, some hot sauce, because y'all know that's how I roll, okay? I like a little dash of heat in there for some extra flavor, okay? Now I've also got my Worcestershire and my hot sauce next to me because as I'm cooking this, I may need to add a little bit more, okay? You see how this is coming together? See that? We're gonna add a little bit more filler, okay? You're gonna go slow with the filler because you don't wanna overdo it, okay? And then I'm gonna put just a smidge of this mayo in there. Again, mayo is, in my opinion, controversial. A lot of people love mayo in their crab cakes. I don't always like a lot, so I'm just putting about maybe a tablespoon in, okay? Just to help it along, just a smidge. But you know, you don't have to put it in there. That is a completely optional ingredient. See how pretty this is looking? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a little bit of salt here. Put a good dash of salt in, okay? And again, I'm using kosher salt. We've talked about this several times. Kosher salt or sea salt. Oh yeah. See how good that looks? Not a lot of filler, but just enough to keep it together. That's how I like a crab cake. Now I'm gonna take this egg, once it looks like I want it. Just gonna whisk it a little bit. And I'm just gonna use 1 egg because I just want to help it hold it together, okay? Put that in it like that. Boom. And we're gonna stir and make sure you get this egg incorporated all over. And that's enough moisture. Now, if you need a little bit more moisture in there, if you look and say, oh, this looks a little dry, because you want your crab cake to have moisture in it, but you don't want it to be wet, okay? You don't want, like I said, moist, not wet. Now, I think this needs a little more moisture, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some hot sauce, because what else do you need hot sauce for except extra moisture? Right? Amen. All right, and we're gonna also add a little bit more Worcestershire because these are also really good flavor enhancers. There we go. And if you're worried that it's more flavor than you wanted, you know, just keep practicing and get it like you like it. Okay, you see how this is coming together? Oh, this is looking really good. So you see how this is moist, but not wet? See that? That's what you want, okay? I'm gonna add just another smidge of this mayo. And I am going to bake my crab cakes today. Now you can bake them, fry them, broil them, all kind of things you can do with them. I like baking them and then finishing them off with the broiler to get a little color on the top. But however you do it is fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do now that we've mixed up our crab cake mixture and it looks delicious, we've got enough filler in there, more crab than filler. We're gonna take about a good, you should do them even. You should probably do like a, what they call it, like a half a cup. This isn't quite enough. See how I'm doing this? This is how I crab cake, y'all. Not a ton of filler. You see that? This has got more crab meat in it. Like this. Okay. Put it right there. Oh yes. This is gonna be good. To make them perfectly uniform, just get a measuring cup and do about a half a cup for each one. You know, like the measuring cup I have over here that I didn't use, like that. This is how y'all know I'm real. I get the equipment out and forget to use it. Look at that, look at that. See, it has enough filler in there to hold it together, but not so much that it's all breadcrumbs. So that's the worst thing, is you bite into it and you searching, you going hunting for crab meat. Trying to find crab meat and all you find is breadcrumbs. Man, get away from here with that. With that. And that's for a breadcrumb cake. That's for a crab cake. Beauty of crab cakes also, guys. You know you can come home in the evening after a long day and whip these up. You saw I just did that real time. We're gonna put these in the oven. You're gonna bake them for about 10, 15 minutes. Flip them over and then give them another 10 or 15 minutes or so. You need a total of 20, 25 minutes, you know, all in, and you're good to go. And what you want to do is watch my video on how to sear a steak. Get you some seared steaks and crab cakes. People will never leave your house. Now, the other thing I like to do right before I put them in the oven on 400 is take a little bit of olive oil and just put a couple of drops of olive oil on the top. There we go. Now, some people like to let their crab cakes sit in the refrigerator for a while to firm up before they cook them. That is perfectly okay. I generally don't have time to wait for something to firm up, so I'm gonna put these bad boys in the oven now, turn them over halfway, put a little more oil on the other side when I flip them, and then turn the broiler on towards the end to get a little color on the top. All right, let's get these going. Well, guys, our crab cakes have been in the oven for 20 minutes. I did them 10 minutes on each side. I flipped them over, a little bit more olive oil, and look at these beauties. Look at that. Oh my God, is that not beautiful? Look at, I'm gonna put them here. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to dig in. I'm gonna taste one. Just give me a second. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna taste. Oh, what shall I do? I might have to taste two. There, I'll taste one and I'll rearrange the platter in a minute. All right, hot, careful. Ooh. Okay, now I want you to notice how this is so full of crab meat. Okay, there's not a ton of filler in here. And look, once we go inside of it, you see that? Moisture. This is not dried out. Listen. Oh man. It's got just the right amount of kick. Oh my God. You can, I would squeeze a little lemon on it. I don't have any lemons today. Sorry guys. Squeeze a little lemon or something, you know, just be fancy. This thing is unbelievable. This is screaming crab cake sandwich, but can also be screaming steak. Anyway, you guys, make these, enjoy them, tell me all about them. Real crab cakes, no filler. Well, little filler. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time right back here in the Love Lab for more Calabama cooking with your girl, Chef Lorious. Happy cooking. I did that. If I say so myself.